In this session, we will discuss about queue data structure. What is a queue? Queue is a linear data structures and it is a property of first in, first out. Otherwise, last in, last out. And it has the two ends. One is rear end to insert an element into the queue, and front end, which is an end. From the front end, we can remove element from the queue. Okay, right. Next, here we are going to implement an array of queue. So take the class queue name is queue, and take some more variables. Size is of 5 size. Here I have taken only 5 size, and we are creating one array, items array, with the size, and we have to take the two variables. So these are the basic variables, front and rear, to implement a queue. Okay, so next we have taken the constructor function. What is the constructor? Here we have initialized the front and rear to the -1. Why we have uh, initialize these values to the -1? So look it here. Suppose I have the taken array, items array. Here have assumed the size of 5, some 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Size is 5, nothing but from position 0 to 4. Okay, so we have to know one thing, that no elements are existed in the queue, no elements. So that case we have to call is a empty position, empty of the queue. Okay, next we have to say that what is the empty position standing. Here front and rear values are -1 value. Front and rear are the -1. Okay, -1 we have to initialize. So if you want to insert an element, so from which end we have to insert? Rear end. Okay, suppose I want to insert an element. So suppose I want to insert 5 element. So that is, the rear is pointing to the 0th position. The rear is pointing to the 0th location. Okay, so we can insert an element. Look at down here. I have inserted 5 element into the 0th location. 0th location, first element. So the rear is going to point at the 0th location. Front at the -1 position. After that, how to pointing its 0 position? So we have to make it the rear plus plus. We have to say that is nothing but we are incrementing the rear position, because by the rear we are inserting an element into the queue. So I have inserted n queue operation, 5 element inside that. Suppose if I want to insert one more element, so every time for insertion we have to make the incrementation of the rear end. Okay, so from the rear end we can insert all the elements here. Where is the front? Front is at the -1. Instead of that, sometimes we have to make it the front plus plus also, because it will pointing to the starting value. It will pointing to the static value. Okay, so for like that we can insert all the elements. So I have taken the 5 variables here. So all the 5 variables have already insert here. So again I will show you all this. So all the elements have inserted here. First element I have taken some 5, some 10, some 6, 7, or some 12, whatever that. So rear is at the last position. Positions are, this is 4. Here is the rear. Where is the front? Front is at the here. So we can say that here all the elements are inserted. The size is 5. 5 size is filled. So we have to know one more thing, that here the queue is filled. The queue is filled. Nothing but all the elements are full. So full condition stands for. So how can we say there is our queue is full? So no element is deleted here. Okay, no element is deleted here. So we have to call it as a front at the -1 position and rear at the size -1 position. What is the full condition? Front at the -1, and the full condition is front at the -1, rear is the size -1. Size -1. So this is empty position. Rear and front are at the -1 location. Okay, these are the empty and full conditions. So okay, it's a overflow and underflow conditions I have specified here. Okay, like that we can insert all the elements by the rear. Suppose if I want to remove an element here, from where we have to remove? From the 0th location. So I have removed nothing but front plus plus. So it is the element, next it is moved to the next. Here the front will be located, not deleted. So like that every element will be removed. Okay, suppose in the case also, one more time we have to say that if all the elements are removed, so rear is at the last position. If I have removed all the elements, so where is the front? Front at the after the front after removing the front is front plus plus nothing but 5. So 0 to 5, after that size is 5. So location is 6th location, nothing but. So this is the greater than rear. It is the greater than rear. Rear actually at the rear is the 4th position, but the front at the 5th position. Front greater than rear. So this is also sometime we have to call it as a empty condition. Empty condition. So then if you say that front and rear, front is less than or equal to front, then we have to initialize these variables rear and front to -1, because it is an empty condition. So we have to make those to the -1 initialization. Okay, this is the one more thing we have to remember. So full empty, and if the rear is less than or equal to the front, that case we have to initialize the rear end, because all the elements are removed, we have to make it start location. Okay, look at the program. What is that? After the constructor, they have developed one is full condition. Is full condition nothing but front end at the 0 position, rear at the size -1. Okay, we already discussed. What is empty? Empty is -1 condition. -1 of the front. Empty condition. Next, NQ operation nothing but inserting an element. So we have taken element that is from at our NQ operation that executed the main program. Argument is passed by the NQ operation. So we have to check. If you want to insert an element, check is it full or not. If it is full, we cannot insert because it is out of the size. So it's a overflow condition, full condition. So that we have to say that if it is full, we cannot insert. So if it is not, so we have to insert an element into the queue. Okay, how to insert? We have to make the rear plus plus. Okay, rear plus plus. Okay, suppose initially we doesn't have any elements, so front and rear at the -1 condition. So if you want to insert an element, so make the front also -1 to the front plus plus, nothing but front is 0. Okay, so we have to put the front also at the starting location. Then what next? Next, DQ operation. What is the DQ here? DQ nothing but if you want to delete an element, we have to check is any element is existed. Okay, is empty condition. If empty, we cannot delete. So if it is not, then we have to make the front plus plus, and we can remove the element. Okay, suppose if you want to delete an element, we have to check that I already discussed the last condition. If rear is less than or equal to front, nothing but front is greater than equal to rear. If then condition, we have to initialize the front and rear to the -1. So if no elements existed, we cannot delete. So initialize those two ends, front and rear to the -1. Okay, if not, we can remove an element. Suppose if you want to display the elements, how to display? If no elements, we cannot display. So it is also we have to check is empty condition. If it is there, how the elements are existed, from which end we can remove? From the front to the rear, from the front to the rear. So this condition also we have to check here. Suppose I want to display here, how to display values here? So where the values are started, from the 0th location to the rear condition, nothing but from the front to rear. From the front to the rear, we can remove the elements. So from the same time, from the front end to the rear, we can display the elements existed in the queue. Okay, so we have to take then a loop from which location here? From front to the rear. Okay, after that we have to use the main program. So we have to take an argument q variable, and dq and nq operations will be done here. After that we can see the output also. These are the basics of the nq and dq operations. Okay, so we have to know one thing, that full condition, when it is full stands for front at the -1, rear at the size -1. Empty is rear and front at the -1 condition. If rear is less than or equal to front, we have to make the rear and front to the -1. These are the basic array implementation. Is very easy to understand.